when I woke up. I found in a panic that seawater had flooded the cabin. I struggled to get up and frantically searched for my boyfriend, who was in charge of steering. The deck was empty. I pulled up the life rope, but there was nothing. I tremblingly picked up the binoculars to search the sea, and the sea was deathly still. He was gone. I hurriedly grabbed the radio to call for help, but there was no signal at all. I couldn't believe he would disappear like this, so I kept looking through the telescope without giving up. Finally, I spotted a floating lifeboat in the distance. Realizing my boyfriend might be on it, I tied the life rope around myself and jumped into the sea, even though the waves raged. I felt no fear at all and swam towards the lifeboat with all my strength. Luckily, he was still alive. I dragged him onto the boat with all my strength. He was seriously injured and unconscious, so I had to start the boat as soon as possible to call for help. But the oars were tightly tangled by the canvas. I jumped into the sea again to tear the canvas apart, but when I swam back, the canvas covered my head. I struggled frantically inside the canvas, and a sense of suffocation hit me wave after wave. After escaping from danger, the scene in front of me made me even more desperate. The boat was getting farther and farther away from me. I chased it with every last bit of my strength. And just before I was completely exhausted, my fingertips finally hooked onto the edge of the boat. I barely repaired the hull, but the engine still couldn't work. We drifted on the boundless sea, having to leave our fate to chance. 3 days passed, and not a single passing ship appeared. The food and water were almost gone. In extreme thirst, we found the last bottle of wine in the cabin and drank it. Just when I was completely desperate, we could survive again. When night fell, I was extremely excited to see the cruise ship getting closer. I tremblingly took out the flare gun and aimed it at the sky. I thought we would be saved, but the dark night covered everything, and no one noticed our existence. I watched helplessly as the cruise ship passed right in front of me. I collapsed onto the deck, and despair flooded my body like cold seawater. I fell asleep like that, no longer thinking about how to survive. When I woke up again, extreme hunger left me with no strength at all. What was even more terrifying was that my boyfriend had disappeared again.